Hello everybody, this is Tarina. I am back in my ideas book here, drawing pad, I don't know what you call it. I got it at Target, and what used to be called the Dollar Spot a couple years ago, and I just love it. It's so shiny and pretty. Okay. So anyways, I use this to pretty much write out my ideas. Obviously, I have not used it a whole lot, but I am starting to get a little stack over here, little stack of ideas over here. So anyways, I went ahead and I've already created this one. This would probably be, I don't know, I'm going to have, I think these are all going to be, I have a lot of ideas that I'm going to be doing, but they're all with the new product that I have, so that I just got recently. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this card idea. Just kind of, look at my stuff. My brain kind of puts stuff together, and I just kind of, draw it out, and that's kind of what I'm gonna go off of. So I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's kind of like that. So, and then like this will be the embossing folder, and then this will be for, the sleigh here from, and then we'll have some sprigs, so we'll probably be doing some coloring, and so it is going to be, yes, it is going to be I don't know about a challenge, but keeping everything organized might be the challenge. So I'm going to go ahead and put you guys on fast forward and talk you guys through my process. So here we go. Alrighty, so I am starting out this card with I believe it's Snowflakes Embossing folder from Close to My Heart. It's new with the newest November-December catalog, and it is live, so you are welcome to get your hands on that. My link is to my Close to My Heart website is hellotarina.closetomyheart.com, and you can't get the stamp set yet because it's a December stamp of the month. So if you're interested in becoming a consultant, let me know, because you can get your hands on the stamp of the months early, which is exciting. So so I ran that through. One tip that I would give you guys for the embossing folder is if you spritz it very lightly with water, the paper that you're embossing, it will emboss so much nicer than if you did it without the water. So that would be my suggestion. Definitely spritz it with just a tad bit of water and then run it through your embossing machine, and it comes out nice and perfect embossing. So in the original sketch, I only had the red here, which is not close to my heart. It is just something, it was the right color that I had in my stash. I don't have all of the close to my heart colors yet. I don't know that I ever will, but I'm working on it. It's not really one of my main goals. My main goal is to actually be creative. So yeah, so I decided to add some silver glitter, just kind of to frame the red. It just seemed like it needed a little bit of something to, highlight the red, so I added that on there. I just love that as a card base in general. Like, you can change that red out to any color you want, and the glitter paper could be any color you want. So that is like, it's such a versatile layout for a card, even for like a scrapbook layout. If you were to turn that for an 8.5 by 11 excuse me, it is very early in the morning. Anyways, if you were to turn that for an 8.5 by 11 layout, it would definitely work too. So this is the Reindeer Crossing stamp set. Like I said, it's a December stamp of the month. and I decided to get a little jump on the creating with it because I don't know, I just really liked it. I like the sentiments, I like the sleigh, I like the, I don't know, I like how versatile it is. It has a lot of different things that you can do with it. Like all of the pieces, are similar as far as um, the season and all that, but you can use them in different ways, which is, hoping to show you guys that soon. So I definitely have a lot of ideas going on with all of my new goodies. So this is the little sprig. In the photo, or the oh yeah photo, in the drawing, my little drawing, I decided, you know what, I can just put some of these sprigs behind the sleigh, and it'll give, I don't know, just give I don't know what it will do. It just looks, it looks right to me. I don't know about right, um, if that's the right word. Right. So I'm trying not to place it down until I know where I want it to be, and then I realize I'm going to be sticking some of these ends down underneath of the sleigh, so I can totally just, fit most of it on there and be just fine with it. It'll work just fine. So that's what I did, and I decided to kind of clean up my stamp. I didn't get it all the way clean, which I can go back and do that, but so here I'm going to start with the coloring. I decided I want to pull out my Arteza real brush pens. These I've had for a while, but I enjoy them. I mean, I do enjoy them when I actually get to use them. So I'm trying to figure out. I have red on the base of the, for the main color on my card. So I wanted to do something that was not red, right? So I decided to go for green. My goodness, I can't stop yawning. I wanted to go for green, and so that's kind of where I'm headed, as far as I just got to decide on which green I want to go for. And then I think for the green, I actually end up going for my dull green TriBlend marker from Spectrum Noir. It's actually something that is available through Close to My Heart. I am not entirely certain if they have it available now, or if it's so popular that it's sold out. I'll check that real quick while I'm talking to you. But I'm also picking out the color of the sleigh. I wanted to do a brown, but I wanted it to be a two-tone brown. So I wanted, like a darker, or like a mid brown tone, kind of like a cinnamony mid-tone brown, and then a um, sorry, I'm watching me go through my little swatches up there. I'm just like, oh, which one did I pick? um, anyways, so I wanted to go with a cinnamony mid-tone brown, and then I wanted to go with a lighter, like I don't know, alder, I guess, brown. So that's kind of what I'm going off of. Let me see, some coloring here. So once I've decided on those, I go ahead and get started on the coloring. Let me see here. I'm just about to my markers. Let's see. now that I think about it, I probably could have used my gold brown and it would have worked great for the sleigh too, but these real brush markers had two tones, which is kind of what I was going for. Oh, dull green's in. Sweet. So you guys can get your hands on those if you want. I'll leave a link in the description box below. And I think they had run out earlier earlier in the month, and they just got some in, which is awesome. So everything's available so far as of the day I'm doing this. So it may change by the time you guys see this, but I'll definitely leave linked below if it's available. So I'm just coloring in my sleigh. And with the green, the dull green, I definitely used the lighter green and then go in with like my mid-tone for the shadows, and then I go in for the darker tone to deepen the shadows, and I still end up going over again and using like the mid-tone for my lighter green, and then I think that's what I do. Mid-tone for my lighter green, and it ends up darker than it shows here. I thought this was just too kind of, it wasn't very like, I'm thinking velvet, like green velvet kind of, but not like emerald green, more of a like a forest green. So that's kind of why I chose the dull green color. And then I'm just kind of going back over these lines here with the same tone brown, and I actually have that. Let's see, let's see, I used Tawny and Ginger for the sleigh, and I'm thinking this one is Tawny. I don't remember. So it is Tawny. This one, the darker one is Tawny, and then the that would make the lighter one in Ginger. So, yeah, I love the green and the Tawny together. I think they go really well, and I like the color choice. This color choice, it was exactly what I was looking for, which is, you know, a yay for me. Because I didn't really swatch them. I just looked at the end because they're fairly close to the end of, you know, the pen end tip there that has the color on the end. They run fairly close to the colors. Not exact, but fairly close on most of them. So I definitely could have watercolored on this, but I wanted to make it simple. I mean, I knew I was coloring, and coloring always takes me a long time. So I decided, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and go in, and I had no clue what to color this. Like, I really didn't. So I decided to just kind of blend it in with the rest, with the seat. I could imagine it wrapped in green velvet is, you know, kind of what I was going for. You totally could have done anything you wanted to. I mean, I could have done the darker top and then the lighter bottom, or the other way around. I just didn't want it to really blend in with the sleigh, so that's kind of why I decided to go ahead and wrap it in green velvet. So, and like I said, I'm not sure, like historically how that would have been covered. Probably would have been wood, but well, it's wrapped in velvet, green velvet now. So I knew I wanted the sleigh rails. I guess is what we're gonna call them. They're not. I don't know. I know it's not rails. I know it's not rails, but I'm just gonna call them rails for now because I don't have another word for them. I knew I wanted them to be like a gold, but I didn't want to bring in any like gold, so I just kind of decided on Bumblebee Yellow, which is number 128 from the Arteza Real Brush Pens, and I don't know, I kind of go in with I don't even remember what I find. I think I actually went in with the Tawny and I went over that just a little bit, and it ends up kind of, like giving it shading, which works really well as far as toning down the yellowness of it. So I am on to the pine cones and the sprigs, and these actually turned out way better than I thought they would. I wasn't sure what I was going to do with uh, the pine fir, I think it's fir sprigs, but it actually turned out really well. So I'm just going to use the same colors that I used in the sleigh, which will help bring in the tones. Um, so I just kind of I I went over the whole pine cone with the um, ginger color, and then I highlighted the each, like I did, filled in the you guys saw it. You guys saw what I did before I can even explain it. Um, Anyways, I just kind of made little dips right along the same lines as the pine cone has for the shading, and it worked out really well. So I went in with my darkest shade of dull green, I believe, and colored in my uh, sprigs, green part of the sprigs. At first, I was like, well, I'm going to try doing the lighter to the darker, and then I was just like, psh, ain't got time for that. So I was like, okay, just colored it in with the darker, and then after that dried, then I went in and I kind of did a line down the center just to kind of give it a little bit more shading. But I didn't want to add too much because I didn't want to, spend so much time on these. I wanted to be able to color them fairly simply, and then I went ahead and cut them out. So, wow, I just saved you guys a lot of time skipping through skipping through this. So that is my last one. I don't even know if I used that many, but that was totally set in the shape of a wreath, wasn't it? But I don't use it as a wreath, so um, I'm just putting on some foam tape to lift up my sleigh, and then I start tucking in my little sprigs around the sleigh. And I mean, there are so many ways you could go about this this sleigh part. I could have used what is it? It is Woodland Greetings stamp set that has little characters in it, and put a character in the sleigh, which I had thought about, but I decided against. And then I could have put me a sentiment on a little banner. I could have done that. I decided to place a sentiment on the inside, so that worked out nicely. But like I said, there's a lot of different, even though you have the same particular layout for your card, you can change it up so many different ways. So I wanted those to be, like the sleigh to be the main focus, and so that's kind of just it's pretty close to done. I didn't want too many of those, and they just weren't, I don't know, the way they were working was just being too much, and I didn't want it too much. I just wanted to add some, you know, seasonal feel to it, I guess. And so that's when I decide, you know what, I'm just gonna go get some bling, add a little bit of bling to give it a, just some umph, I don't know, sparkle. And so I do bitty sparkles, and I think I do the silver glitter gems. Uh, and it ends up fairly simple, but it just kind of highlights the coloring and the sleigh, which is the main focus of the card in the first place. So I totally lost that gem. It flipped right off my piercer, and I do have like a gem picker upper thing that I use for sequins, but um, I tend to use my piercer for anything that's already got adhesive on it. It works pretty well for lifting and things like that. So this is my card. I'm going to go ahead and stamp the inside. So the Reindeer Crossing stamp set has three main greetings and then sentiments to go with it. So I decided that instead of putting my main greeting on the front because I think it would distract from the sleigh, I would go ahead and put it on the inside. So this is something that I don't normally do. I usually put a sentiment on the front, so this is, you know, this is outside of my comfort zone, so yay me. Yeah, so this is pretty much the last couple of steps to my, or last step to my card. If you guys enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up. If you liked it, go ahead and subscribe or check out my channel, and you can look at my at hellotarina. Pretty much gets you to anything that I have created and posted online, and so I hope you guys enjoyed the card. I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.